Rob Pelinka strikes again as the Lakers land an elite scorer on a very busy night 2 of the 2025 NBA draft. In today's video, we're going to talk about this player, the impact he can have on the Los Angeles Lakers, as well as what Rob Pelinka and this front office is cooking for the Los Angeles Lakers to start off one of the busiest and most important off seasons in Los Angeles Lakers franchise history. Welcome to Lakers Digest, guys. My name is Hunter Pitcoff, and we cover everything surrounding your Los Angeles Lakers. It was a quiet night one as the Lakers did not have a single pick and did not make a single move in the first round of the NBA draft, but Thursday night was where they put their money where their mouth was and made a whole lot of moves. We've been breaking down all these moves on this channel, including this one today. So if you want to be a part of this, hit that subscribe button, because 69.5% of you guys watching our videos are not subscribed. A lot of you guys might be new viewers as well, as you want to learn more about these prospects for the Lakers. We just ask to hit that subscribe button. We'll cover all these players. We'll cover NBA Summer League, and of course, we will cover this upcoming free agency, which is happening next week, guys. So definitely want to tune in, tap in, hit that subscribe button. I don't want to keep you guys waiting too much longer, though, because today's video, we will talk about the Bonafide Scorer that the Los Angeles Lakers just landed. And he's going to be playing a lot of minutes for the Purple and Gold starting this Summer League. And that is going to be RJ Davis from the University of North Carolina. And on top of being a Laker fan, covering the Lakers, guys, you know, the right shade of blue is always going to be Duke blue. So it does hurt me to say this. Unfortunately, I know RJ Davis a little too well because this guy has been playing against the Duke Blue Devils for so long. So I'm going to swallow my pride here, guys. And I will admit, as a lifelong Duke fan, that RJ Davis is one hell of a basketball player. This dude, and if you guys have watched some college basketball as well, he's been around forever, right? He's the second all-time leading scorer in UNC history. Think about all the great players that have played there at UNC, and they've had a lot of guys that have played, 3-4 plus years. RJ Davis played 5 years at the University of North Carolina. He is one of those players, and he has scored a lot of points. Third all-time scorer, also in ACC history as well. And this is someone who, again, guys, signed a Exhibit 10 deal with the Los Angeles Lakers. So this is not a two-way deal with the Lakers where they completely own his rights, right? If somebody really wants RJ Davis, they can go snag him up from the Lakers. He's not protected from that. But the fact that the Lakers signs his Exhibit 10 deal, they're giving him an opportunity to potentially try out for the Lakers, if he will, and perhaps if he does well in Summer League, perhaps he can eventually get converted to a two-way deal with the Lakers. And looking at what he has done throughout his career with the Tar Heels, again, a bit of an older player as well. He's going to be 24 years old to start off the official NBA season here. Got better, for the most part, every single year he has been there in UNC in Chapel Hill, especially his fourth year. I was going to say, not his super senior year, but his actual senior year. That's when he was a consensus first-team All-American. It's when he was ACC Player of the Year. And if you're looking at these numbers, guys, the dude can flat out shoot the rock, right? I mean, he is a high-volume three-point shooter. The percentage did dip a little bit last year for UNC, but also, too, they just were nearly as good of a team. Shot almost 40% in his best season. Also nails at the free throw line. The dude does not miss free throws. And this is somebody as well, too, who definitely became more of a playmaker throughout his career. But again, he's definitely more of a score-first guard. And defensively, too, was able to, chip in and get some steals for UNC also. And if you look at some of the awards he got, right, guys, was named the top shooting guard, the Jerry West Award winner in college basketball. That was last season in 2023-2024. That's also when he won ACC Player of the Year. He was first-team All-ACC that year. Did make second-team, though, this past year. And again, was a consensus first-team All-American 2024. And again, guys, just because the Tar Heels were not nearly as good, he wasn't really eligible for a lot of these awards, and honestly, his numbers kind of dipped a little bit too. So this was somebody who, at his peak at UNC, was a more than capable basketball player and somebody who put up a lot of points, had a really productive season, and I think he might even have an argument to have his jersey retired someday up there in the rafters at the Dean Dome. So that's going to bring us to our next point, guys, because I just brought up all those points. You're probably thinking, how did RJ Davis not even get drafted then? So we're going to bring up those points here because we're going to talk about the pros and the cons and some of the overcoming shortcomings that is going to be with RJ Davis. For one, I said it before, he is an older prospect, right? Played 5 seasons at UNC. He is going to be 24 years old by the time the NBA season starts. So he is an older player, right? This is kind of like Dalton Knecht, for example, who's 23, by the way, when the Lakers drafted him, and I believe turned 24 this season, or was about to turn 24. So he's actually even older than Dalton Knecht was when he was coming out of the University of Tennessee. So RJ Davis is a seasoned NBA, seasoned college player, played 5 seasons, and was really productive in all 5 of those seasons with UNC. So you're getting a very seasoned guy who's older. That's obviously going to drop your draft stock a bit. Number 2 is the size, right? You saw those numbers. They're impressive for any player, but I guess you can argue it's extremely impressive considering he's only 6 feet tall, 180 pounds. He might even be lighter than that, honestly. And he has a very small frame. So, and really was a glorified 2 guard, as Cadeau played a lot of point guard for UNC while he was there. Obviously, Tar Heels had Caleb Love, too, to play a lot of that point guard position. So he really is probably at his best as an off-ball 2 guard because of his shooting ability. Obviously, he's really good shooting off the dribble. That's probably what he's best at. But he's very undersized. So for the NBA to be a 6 foot, 180 pound guy who's not super athletic or strong, that is going to be his shortcomings, right? So he's going to have to figure out a way to be effective defensively despite the fact that he's undersized. You look at someone down there as well, like a Tyus Jones, for example. Not a bad comparison because Tyus Jones is someone that can really score the ball as well. He's undersized, but he's still found a way to be very effective. But Tyus Jones was a better point guard and better at taking care of the basketball and setting up players compared to what someone like RJ Davis was coming out of college. But RJ Davis showed that he was a much better scorer. Tyus Jones is also 19 coming into the NBA draft. And RJ Davis, again, 23, going to be 24 years old before the season starts. So he's an older player. That is why he did not get drafted, despite having a really productive career at a blue blood like UNC. So he's going to get a shot at the Los Angeles Lakers in a summer league setting. This is actually could be an area where he plays really well. He's going to be playing next to guys like Bronny James, who, Bronny is probably a better defensive player than offensive player at this point. So, and a really good athlete. So perhaps he can kind of help hide some of those things of RJ Davis. But the Lakers are giving him a shot. They're betting on his ability to, score the basketball. He's a lights out scorer to shoot the basketball. The Lakers obviously is never a bad thing to get shooting on your team. And perhaps, is a more ready player coming into the NBA, right? He has a lot of experience under his belt, big time experience, played in a national championship game, played in the Final Four. So RJ Davis is playing on a lot of good teams, had a lot of good, games for UNC, and perhaps could be a good player for the Los Angeles Lakers down the road. Although I don't expect him to be, playing minutes for the actual Los Angeles Lakers this year, but perhaps with the South Bay Lakers and in the Summer League, we can kind of see what RJ Davis is made of. And look, this is coming from somebody who is a Duke fan, ride or die Duke fan. So for me to admit that, guys, means that RJ Davis is a pretty good pretty good basketball player who could perhaps have an NBA future. If you want to be part of everything surrounding your Los Angeles Lakers, and yes, guys, we got more content coming out about the 36th pick that the Los Angeles Lakers made in the draft, Adu Thiero, guy who reminds me a lot of OG Anunoby coming out of college. If he can get a jump shot, that's going to be a big addition, as well as Eric Dixon as well, a guy who quite literally led college basketball and scoring last year out of the University of Villanova. So Lakers adding to what already seems to be exciting summer league team. We're going to keep you guys updated with all that, as well as free agency here on the channel. We just asked for you to hit that subscribe button if you want to be part of all the content that we're going to give you guys around the clock coverage surrounding your Los Angeles Lakers here on Lakers Digest.